everybody. We have 2 minutes to start for 6 o'clock here in LA and 9 o'clock in New York, later in London, and good morning Israel, Tel Aviv. And we have Argentina, all the Argentinian who are making a lot of party in Tulum, and you are still safe. I'm very proud of you. All right. And we still didn't decide if we're going to visit Florida and Chicago and New York. It's all debate on the situation that's going on. So Passover Saturday night. What we're doing here Saturday morning, we have early minyan, early morning minyan. I'm excited about it. I love early minyan. Wake up in the morning, crispy, cold, nice, you know. You do the Amidah with God at 7 a.m. Nice. And then after that, reading the Torah, finish by 8:30, blessing over the wine. Blessing over the wine, eat the challah. Then wash again, do another meal. What can I ask for more? So much food. Beautiful, beautiful Shabbat is coming. So I'm really, really excited. This Saturday, we had, of course, everybody came, and it was lovely. It was good vibe. It was good energy. I like it. I like it very much here in LA when we're doing the praying, when we're doing the Shabbat, when we're doing the Binyan. It's special. It's very special. I heard a few students reach out why we don't do it virtually. We can do it virtually. It's not the same. So for all the students who ask why we don't do it virtually, because if you do it from home, it's not working the same. How do I know it? Rabbi Isaac Luria used to live in Tzfat. So when he wanted to do Shabbat in Jerusalem, he had angels who can make it virtually to him. Instead of it, he told the angel, I don't want to do it virtually. I'm going to do Kfitzat HaDerech. I'm going to do jumping of the way, that's what it's called. Make my body disappear in Tzfat and appear in Jerusalem for Kabbalah Shabbat. And that's what he did. And well, we have to learn how to do Kfitzat HaDerech, how to jump the way and teleport ourselves. But till then, you got to be in person. And now the COVID is I predicted that March 18, things will start to disappear. And those of you who look at the news, the change takes place exactly March 17 at night. That's when things start to change. And it doesn't make me a prophet. It just make me say something, and up in heaven, some people happen to agree with it and make it happen. So it's not, I know what's going to happen. Many people tell me what's going to happen. I'm not a prophet. I just say it and they help it to manifest it. That's how it works. So to those of you who know it's exactly works. So many people call me and said to me, please tell me if I have a boy and a girl or a girl. So I don't know. And even if I knew, I'm not allowed to tell because I'm not a prophet. I'm just tapping into a certain level that I'm asking, begging for something to work. And I'm praying for all of you, those of you who know me, all your name, all the sick people, all the people who need money, all the people who are out of work. I enjoy praying for you. And nothing gives me more joy than to pray for each and every one of you to make it in business and to make it in life, to make it in all type of area, wherever you need to make it. You need to overcome anger, jealousy, and hopefully, when this whole COVID going to be over, I'm going to start inviting people to talk to me in private about things that you need me to pray for the year. But those of you cannot be with me in person and you want to send something that I pray for you during Passover, you just, you can email it to Vital or to Debbie, and you tell us what is exactly the one thing that you need to pray for. You don't have to give charity for that. Even if you want to give, of course, you're allowed to, but it's not something that you have to do for money. It's free. It's free. So if you need to pray for issue you have, If it's personal and confidential, make sure you write confidential so it doesn't go out of hand. It go directly to the email and then come to me directly. And we got to work on that. We got to fix your life. And on Passover, usually it's the night that I pray for all people. So please, I would like to become your messenger for all what you need. And you have to confirm that that's work, because if it doesn't work, I have to check what's wrong with me, not what's wrong with you. If I'm already taking charge to help you and you don't get the help that you want, don't blame yourself. That's something about me that need to change the connection. So I think it's a good deal for everybody to go ahead and initiate. Or what you have to do is type exactly what area, and don't make a list of things, please. Okay, just right. Is it internal, something you need to overcome? Is it relationship wise it's block? Is it money issue is block? Is it children not coming? If this and that, the Kabbalist, make sure it's going to be fixed. Anyway, we are in, from Shabbat point of view, we are in the portion of Tzav. So because Passover is only starts Saturday night, so we still have to be connected to the energy of the week. So the energy of the week is Tzav. Now Tzav means to command. You know, when God command Moshe Rabbeinu to talk to the Kohanim, to talk to the priest, how they need to behave in the tabernacle, in the Mishkan. And that's what the parasha is about. But the Talmud, if I'm not mistaken, in the section of Sanhedrin, say, En Tzav ela avodah zarah. Tzav is usually idol worshipping. And of course, we need to understand what is mean idol worshipping. What does it even mean when we talk about idol worshipping? So you need to know, in Egypt, the idol worshipping was really working. The idol was not just something that you think people believe in it and it's a joke. No, it was talking, it was to predict the future, it will tell you what's wrong, what needs to be done. And every time that force of idol tell you, wouldn't you walk behind it and follow it and bow to it? If it's telling you everything, where is your soulmate, where is your money, what you need to do, how you need to invest, it's tough. And that's why it was very, very tough to overcome it. The whole idea of Passover is to overcome that idol worshiping. That's what it's all about. And so it's not a coincidence that Tzav is always falling in the week of Passover, because the whole idea, if you think about Egypt, what is Egypt? Egypt was a place, Egypt was the kingdom of idol worshiping. The kingdom of idol worshiping. And our job, I mean, we're going to study hopefully today to know what was their idol. There's many opinions what was the idol. You know, some say it was the ram, the sign of Aries. And that's why the Israelite was told, or advised by God, by Moses, to only eat the ram and don't break the bone and throw the bones to the street, to show them that God is not strong enough, you know, because that's what they believe in it. And more they believe in it, more powerful it was. That's what idol is. But before we go there, I would like to read something from the portion of Tzav. אמר רבי חייא, היינו שלמדנו, במעשה שלמדת מתעורר מעשה למעלה. With action below, you revealed something from above. אם המעשה שלמדת הוא בקדושה, if what you do below, it's holy, מתעוררת קדושה מלמעלה, then you awake the holiness from above. ובא ושורה עליו ומתקדש בה. And it's coming, and it's shine on you, and you become holy because of that. If a person make himself impure, okay, he wake up, that individual wake up the impure system from above. And then he dwell on the person and become impure. So when people ask free will, not free will, well, when you do an action of good, after that there is no free will. The only free will you have is the first thing you do. So if you do a certain action for the sake of holiness, then the next thing that revealed is goodness. If you do things for the sake of yourself and selfish and just to make yourself not pure, what come to you and what will come to you will be always also from the nature of being unpure. שאין לך טוב ורע, קדושה וטובה, שאין לו עיקר ושורש למעלה. במעשה של מטה בתוך המעשה של למעלה. Meaning, there is availability of good or bad. And when you connect to the bad, bad is coming. When you connect to the good, good is coming. It's nothing that you create good or you create bad. You just connect to good or bad. מה שתלוי במעשה, במעשה מתעורר למעלה, בנעשה מעשה. Whatever has to do with action, awakening action. מה שתלוי בדיבור, what depends on talk, ובדיבור, is awakening the talk from above. Okay? ואם תורה דיבור בא מעורר. You might ask a question and raise doubts. What can I wake up by talking? I mean, we're coming to Passover. Most of Passover is by talking. You read the whole Haggadah. And you're not supposed to talk about nothing until the Maror, by the way. If you really want to do the Passover perfect, don't talk. Because the holiday called Pesach, Pe mean the mouth, Sach mean talk. Don't talk till the Maror. You want to do it right? You want to be rich? You want to make a lot of money this year? You want to be healthy? You want to have a good relationship? Try not to talk from the beginning till Maror. You win. I'm telling you, win. After Maror, have a conversation, laugh, have a good time. But till Maror, I'm not recommend people to talk. But of course, we sit at the table, and this year we have a few family who are coming. I'm very proud of them, making an effort and arranging it. And beautiful, beautiful. Very proud of my wife. Took it herself to put the menu together and the food and cleaning the whole kitchen. Is unbelievable. And do it for the sake of the people who are coming. This is so beautiful. So you say, that talk that we say, when you talk, it's so powerful because it's penetrating all the sky, all the heaven. And that talk is scratching another talk and awakening something to come to below. If tov, tov. If it's a good talk, it's good. Imra, if it's a bad talk, bad. And that's why you have to be careful how you speak, specifically during the time of Pesach, the entire Pesach. But the Seder night, be careful. Words has power. Words has power. And you said the wrong words in the wrong time of the Seder, that can affect your business. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can be nice next to a person next to you. And say, hey, you want the wine? That's good. And they will tell you, hey, which wine are you giving me? And then you start joking around, what we call ruach shtut. Unfortunately, disconnect yourself. After Maror, you can lose yourself a little bit. All right? So just be aware what the Zohar in Tzav are sharing with us to understand that we need to deal with our own avodah zarah. So when you're going to Passover, you're going to get rid of your avodah zarah. The point is, how do you get rid of the avodah zarah? How do you get rid of the idol worshiping? Very simple. Thursday night, this year is unique. This year, Passover is Saturday night. So you can burn it on Saturday morning. Normally, in the night of the Seder, the morning of the night of the Seder, that's when you burn the bread, what we call the chametz. That's when you burn it. Why are we burning it? We're burning the idol worshiping. That bread represents any type of idol. What does the idol look like to you? Your anger? You need to be right? You like to think too small? You're very lazy? What does your idol look like? Based on how the idol look like, that's what you inject to the bread or to the chametz or the cracker, and then you burn it into the fire. But this year, you can do it on Shabbat. Shabbat, there's no fire. So what do we do? Very good. So Thursday night, we are putting 10 pieces of bread in the house, and you go look for it. It just symbolizes your different issue of negativity, where the klipot in the 10 sfirot of the klipa is attacking you. And you have to go around the house and look for it. When you find it, collect it. Next morning on Friday, you're burning it. When you're burning it, that's when you remove the avodah zarah. Avodah zarah. Remove it. Remove the idol worshiping. Say, I don't want you anymore. But with words, you have to say whatever needs to be said, I will tell you what to say on Friday. Hopefully we can do it virtually on Friday. It's not the same when it's come to Shabbat and holiday. I want to make sure I'm clear. Virtually is not the same when it's doing Shabbat and holiday. It's the same when it's the day of the week. So I want to make sure I'm clear on that. Now, so you understand, right? Thursday we check in the chametz, checking the bread. Friday we're burning it. Saturday is a regular Shabbat, but you cannot eat something with bread in it. And then Saturday night is the beginning of Passover. Okay, good. Now I'm going to start to explain to you what was exactly the idol worshiping according to the Zohar. Okay, and I'm going to read. It's in Zohar Shmot, verse 321. It's written, and God get rid of their God, their idol, who were the idol of the Egyptian. Okay, who is that idol? So it's a, some said, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, you know, 1 second before that, there's a section actually before. Rabbi Yochanan say that one of the idols that was an angel. It was the angel who in charge of Egypt, and because he lost, he became the angel of hell. That's one opinion, right? Rabbi Hanina said, okay, it was God of silver and gold and wood, and when they get out of Egypt, the silver and gold melt, and the wood become rotten. It's another opinion. Rabbi Lazar said the god of Egypt was a ram, like we said before, and everybody barbecued their ram, as you know, and threw the bones to the street to humiliate them. Okay? And then Rabbi Yochanan talk about, I don't know if the same Rabbi Yochanan, say it was many idol worshipers, but the Nile was the idol, and that's why they start the 10 plagues with the Nile, with the blood. Okay? Rabbi Shimon, as Rabbi Yossi heard, I think Rabbi Yossi is the grandson, say the beating up of the nation of Egypt to believe in an idol happened only in the sea, the Red Sea, when they left. Okay? And then it's after that, it was a war in the level of the angels of the idol worshiping. So the nation get beat up as the Israelites left the Red Sea, but the angels, that happened before, say, Rabbi Shimon. Say Rabbi Shimon. And when did it happen? When the firstborn start dying. That's when it happened. So what do we learn from that? We learn that on the night of Passover, which is the night we're celebrating Saturday night, something did happen. Idol worshiping was crushed. So think about it. What do you belief system look like? What do you believe in? Do you believe if you have money, you will be happy? That's idol. Some people believe is they want to make enough money so they can pray every day. You think God needs your pray? Somebody told me that yesterday. I said, well, if you pray every day, you're going to have the money that you're looking for. Not the other way around. You're not God. But when you put the money as the idol, even if when you're going to make it, you're not going to enjoy it. And I'm sorry if you hear it and you get upset, but I'm not going to change my mind on that. This is wrong. You cannot say, when I have, I'm going to give. Give so you can have. You cannot say that I'm going to pray when everything. No, pray so you can have. You know? You have to take it seriously. Passover time is very serious. Those 8 days of Passover, super seriously. Whatever you do, you get rid of something you believe that can do better job than God. If you believe that money can do better job than God, that's an idol. If you believe a bigger house can do better than God, that's an idol. If you think a beautiful wife, beautiful husband can do better than God, it's an idol. I'm not saying don't marry somebody you like, beautiful. I'm not saying don't have money. I'm not saying that. But don't make it as a replacement to something greater. And that's what Passover and the burning of the chametz is. Okay? Now let's move on. And I hope I'm on the right page now. I'm worried now to move. Yeah. When I move, now, Rabbi Shimon said, what does that mean to burn? That chametz, to burn this idol worshipping. I'm reading from 166 in Zohar Bo. This one is Bo. The one before was Shimon. שאמר רבי שמעון, מה שנאמר אך ביום הראשון תשביתו שאור בבתיכם, כל החומר מחמצת. Rabbi Shimon is repeat what the Torah is telling to do. Get rid of all the bread from your house. I saw Debbie today cleaning the oven, my God. Hours of detailing. Like your car detailing, she does oven detailing. אני כך ביארתי. So now I know why she did it, because Rabbi Shimon say it's such an important thing to clean. I don't want to say more, I don't want to say equal because I'm not allowed, but it is one of the mitzvah is seor v'machenetzet lo imatze v'lo yira'eh. It's not supposed to be in your house. Bread, leavened bread, yeast, and something like this. Not supposed to, not to see it and not to have it. So as much as you clean and look for it, when you find it, you should dance, because that's when you remove another idol from your life, another blockage from your life. סור זה מחמצת הוא מדרגה אחת, כולם אחד, רשות אחרת, הם עשרים מובנים של הרבים, אנחנו קוראים אותם יצר הרע, רשות אחרת. So, the bread just before Passover, the yeast before Passover, that you're finding in your house, you want to get rid of it, all of that represent your evil inclination. You want to know where your evil inclination is sitting? It's sitting in the bread during Pesach. So as Pesach approach, Saturday night, the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, the negativity, all the worst thing jumping into the yeast, into the bread. So, אמר הקדוש ברוך הוא, כל אלו השנים עבדתי ברשות אחרת, ועבדתם לעם אחר. כנראה על שאתם ברכורים. So, God said, listen, you worship other nation. You worship other king. You were addicted to Pharaoh. You were addicted to Egypt. Not by choice. That's how it is. When you're slave, you're slave. And with a person in the camp with the Nazi. With a camp with the Nazi. And the Nazi is the only one who give him water. Does he love the Nazi? No. But he has no water. So now he gets supply of water from the Nazi. Now he's slave to the Nazi. Same thing with Pharaoh. So the Israelite was slave. That's the slavery we're talking about. And they were slave to the Nazi or to the Pharaoh, like they were God. That's idol. So on Passover, what happened? What happened on Passover? We are removing the old God and we connect to the only God, the creator, the Yud Kevav, the Tetragrammaton. And then we become free. And that's why doing Pesach, you have to walk with shrara. You have to dress nice. Dress nice. Have a new pants. Have a new socks. Have a new clothes. If you have jalabia, come with jalabia. If you have a little pillow, because you're supposed to kind of lean on your left when you eat. Yeah? If you cannot lean, the question, some people ask me, can I lean on the shoulders of my friend? According to the halacha, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't fall. You have to do this. Why you do that? So you become like kings and queens doing Passover. Because you're free. And because you choose a better God. So ask Rabbi Yehuda, ask Rabbi Shimon, why, if this is all the Yetzer Hara, if this is all the evil inclination, why we don't get rid of it all the time? למה רק 7 ימים? I don't want to have evil inclination in my house, so what do I do? Why 7 days only? Why 8 days outside of Israel? So, and I want to be free, said to Rabbi Yehuda. And the explanation, it's like a king that make one person who was from the street to a minister next to him. All those days that he elevated him to a minister, the person was happy and he was dressing again nice clothes, like sure, nice pants, nice shirt, everything nice, because you become free. How did you? Buy it today, order it today, the clothes. not attitude with talk, guys. Be careful. Do not talk till the maror. You talk before maror, I have to explain things, so I have to talk, but all my explanation will be related to the Zohar. But after maror, you can talk. לאחר כך לא היה צריך לצאת, שנה אחרת שמר לא יביא לכבוד הזה, לא יסתור לבשים. And that person will become minister. Every year, wear the same clothes that you wear in the first day. To remind themselves the gratitude, how we become free. That's what happened on Passover. You become free from idol. וכן כל שנה ושנה, כן זה ישראל. So the Israelite who are Zeranpin have to do it every year. Because that's the day that we're getting out of slavery. There's the chance. הימים שעלו לכבוד הזה, ויצאו משיבוד אחר. פשוט זה כל שנה ושנה, שומרים אותם הימים. So the reason we do it only 7 days in Israel and 8 days in the United States is because in those days, you become a king. You become somebody. You were nobody. You were a slave. Don't you celebrate? That's the reason we celebrate. Okay. Now I'm going to start to explain a little bit deeper. Then we're going to go to some stages of the Haggadah, and then I'll let you go. And those of you who want more details of the stages, we have different video from different year. I think 2 years ago is the best, where I explain all the details of how to do the Haggadah with all the details that you need. It's online, so you can watch it. Now, let's go now to the portion of Emor. In Emor, in verse Kuf Yudchet. I think it's Kuf Yudchet. No, it's not Kuf Yudchet. I'm not happy about it. Oh, it's page Kuf Yudchet. It's the verse Kuf Lamed Aleph. 131. All right. We're going to explain the purpose and the meaning of the matzah. But I feel that before we go there, I want to explain to you about the idea of the matzah. Think about it. First, those of you who don't know what matzah is this big cracker, look round. Some people buy it square. And this here is expensive, by the way. Very expensive. So the matzah that you're getting is the same letter almost as chametz. Chametz means the bread that should not be in your domain. That's chametz. So if you take chet, mem, tzadik. How do you write matzah? Mem, tzadik, a. Those of you know the a and the chet look the same. What's the difference? You break a little bit thick in the left leg of the chet, become a. But is that significant something? Does it mean something? Well, there is two forces of negativity. One is called the male force of negativity, one called the female force of negativity. When you change chametz, which is the female force of negativity, you are changing it into matzah. What does that mean? It means that during this time of Passover, you can get light that you cannot get during the year, but it has to be under specific condition. The matzah is one of those conditions. The seder is one of those conditions. The drinking of the 4 cups of wine is one of those conditions. The leaning on the left is one of those conditions. The maror is one of those conditions. Meaning you cannot get that energy without doing action, as we explained before, and without doing the talk, as we say before. What about if you cannot read Hebrew? What about if you cannot read Hebrew? Well, at least you say the stages. When we say Kadesh, you repeat Kadesh after that. Kadesh. When you say Urchat, you say Urchat, if you can read it. And if you can read it, close your eyes. Don't talk. Close your eyes. Meditate. Meditate. Because you break the leg from the chametz. You break the leg of the worst negative force in your life and then turn it into matzah. Why? Why? What is the matzah giving us that the chametz cannot give you? What does the bread represent doing Passover? What is the beer? Beer is wheat. What does that represent? Why? God is in a bad mood. We're not going to eat wheat? What is happening with that? What is happening? So that's before I may even explain to you the matzah. So I enjoy telling you about it. What are we getting? Because doing the ear, unfortunately, we've been manipulated by the dark force. Every day, bombarded with doubts, bombarded with negativity, bombarded with uncertainty, bombarded with invitation to worship idol. Can win. You just cannot win. And that's what happened in Egypt. We couldn't get out of Egypt, guys. We couldn't. We had a force who's been kind to us to take us as a group of people out of the misery. It's not like Purim and we're making an effort to make it different. It's not like Hanukkah that we have to win the Maccabee. It's different. Here, it's a gift. It's something that the universe, the creator, so there is no way that we can win this war. So he took us and win the war for us. I'm sure that some of you ask, what about the bird of shame? Well, I mean, this bakery of shame that we're living in every day, I mean, I don't need to tell you. Bird of shame will be there all the time. But the question is, what do we do? For that reason, to still receive the same energy we received on the way out of Egypt, we're still receiving it doing Pesach, doing Passover. How do we receive it? Through the matzah. We're turning chametz to matzah, same letter. Just the chet become A. That's what Rabbi Shimon is telling us as an introduction, is how to go about it. And that's how we break the female side of negativity. Once you break the female, the male part of negativity breaks by itself because it's much weaker. Because the male is positive and negative. That's how powerful Passover is. You remove everything. Now, what is matzah? What is matzah? I'm reading now from verse 131 in the section of Emor. Ubar in the 14 days of the month of Nisan, which is going to be this year, Saturday. So, this is the day, normally, if it's not Shabbat, we're canceling all the chametz, all the seor, all the negativity. And then we've been removed from the other domain, meaning the dark domain, the negativity, and we are able to get out of it. And through the matzah, try to imagine that the matzah is taking you to a different consciousness, different awareness, different frequency. After the circumcise, they went to the matzah. On Shavuot, we did the priya. And then God said to them, after that, I will give you manna. Manna, bread from the sky. That was the manna. Pirush, we need to understand what is the matzah still. What is this matzah we're so excited about? Two positions. Yesh malchut. Malchut has two positions. What is malchut? The receiving force. The ultimate receiving force has two positions. And that position is corresponding to the day of creation, number 4, which we call Wednesday. We know that the sun and the moon receive the same amount of light. Sun representing the Eranpin, the Vav of the Tetragrammaton, where the A represents Malchut, which is the last letter of the Tetragrammaton. Both of them receive light from where? From Binah. Zeranpin receiving the merciful light, called Chasadim, or light of mercy, where Malchut receive light of wisdom, which is harsh, strong light. So Malchut didn't have to receive a messenger called Zeranpin, Malchut, the foundation of receiving, receive directly from the supplier. Second position of Malchut is after the Mi'ut, after Wednesday, when God said to the moon, make yourself smaller, meaning that the moon represents Malchut, make itself smaller, meaning receive less. And what does that mean? Then she went below Ze'er Anpin, and now Malchut can only receive through Ze'er Anpin. She cannot receive directly from above. So, what does this to do with matzah? When you receive the light of wisdom, like it was originally, before Wednesday, before the sun and the moon, one become big, one become small. So the original form of light that the Creator want to give you, that God want to give you, it's called Matzav Aleph, it's called Matzah. V'shefa Matzav Aleph nikra Matzah. You want to know what Matzah is? Rabbi Shimon is telling you. Matzah is a tool to receive all the light that you want without you get scared to get hurt by that. Because if you receive the light of wisdom, it can cause disease, it can cause loss of money, it can cause issue. Because light of wisdom meaning all the capacity of the light. I don't have the capacity for that. You do on Passover, specifically on the Seder light. But you have to have a desire. If you talk to your friend about blah, 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 what happened in the football game, you got all the money gone, like every year. All the opportunity gone to the garbage. Do you need it? Chaval, it's a shame. It's a shame. Don't lose it. So, Matzav Aleph nikra Matzah. What is Matzav Bet? What is the second condition? Lechem min hashamayim. Bread from the sky. What is bread from the sky? Chametz. During the year, it's bread from the sky. In the first condition, we have great thing because you can receive light of wisdom. It's the one time in your life you can taste the light of wisdom. What is light of wisdom? When the light of wisdom is supposed to be revealed? When the Messiah will come. We can't reveal light of wisdom until Messiah comes. So God is giving us a little bit antipasto from the Messiah. When is that antipasto? When do we have a taste of the food? Before a wedding. When you're going to taste the food before a wedding, same thing. The wedding is when the Messiah comes. The feeling of that energy? Let us Seder, the night of the Seder. Through where? Matzah. So the first bite of the matzah, first you gotta eat it fast. You can eat it slow. You can eat it slow. You have to have about 28 grams fast. Don't chew on it and enjoy like this. Because you have to receive the energy. Receive that energy. Receive. So once in your lifetime, you can receive a light of Chokhmah without worrying something will happen to you. And if you will do it during a different time, which we call left column, it will be darkness. It's dangerous. And that's why, by the way, we call the matzah lechem oni, a poor man bread. With the other type of thing with the bread, which is going through Ze'er Anpin, to call it chametz or seor, leavened bread or yeast, that unfortunately can be captured by the klipot. Light of wisdom cannot be captured by the klipot because it's burning them. So on the night of Pesach, tell us Rabbi Shimon, God gave us a gift. He said, I'm going to let you test the light of wisdom. I'm going to let you test it. And all the klipot in your life, then you tell all your klipot, come to Papa, come. As they come closer to you, know that blue machine that's burning bugs, okay? These little bugs that when you want to cook, they're coming and attacking you. There's those blue thing you have in the restaurant. So you always have boom, boom, and burning them. Same thing. The klipot see so much light, they come into the blue light, boom, and burn. That's light of wisdom. How? Matzah. Sit proud on Pesach. Sit proud. What a beautiful night. And then, that's how they were able to get out of Egypt. Because Egypt was idol worshipping. Egypt was a nightmare. You can never get out of Egypt. But because God before that said to them, be busy with the matzah. Can you see people running out of a country that keep killing you? And they keep getting out. And they're getting out. God spoke, hey, time out. God, what's going on? Time to bake. Bake? No, we got to get out. No, bake. Got to bake. No, but we can't. It's going to take time. No, you don't have to let it wait until it rises. You have 18 minutes from the time the water touches the flour. You have 18 minutes maximum to do the whole matzah. Okay, it's still going to take time. Got to clean it. We got to do the work, the flour, the water. Matzah, only way. They look at each other. Okay, matzah. Let's start doing the matzah. They start doing the lamb. They start doing everything. So when you do the seder, you're tapping into those people who did the first matzah. You're tapping into that condition of able to have light of wisdom. And then all the klipot been cancelled. All your doubts been cancelled. All she'ibud, all your slavery gone. Because then you connect to something higher. So why am I saying to people who tell me, when I have money, then I will pray? Because you have to connect to the real thing. Money is not as strong as the creator. Connect to the creator. Right? Better the money come from the creator, because money can come from the wrong people. Beautiful, just beautiful. So it said, Rabbi Shimon is teaching us, all the klipot on Passover, they know it's coming. מתאספים כל הקליפות למקום אחד, ונכבאים. They get scared. Before Pesach, you need to know. Like, and this year is Shabbat, so they don't have the time. Usually they're going to disappear on Friday. They're going to try to capture a few people fighting. Usually it will be on Friday morning. Remember, after the bi'ur. נכבאים. They know that's the night, it's a show time for God. That's God's show time. So everybody talk to each other, hey, where are we hiding? Yeah. And we need to know, Rabbi Yacha mentioned, it's also a full moon. And a full moon meaning the moon represents the vessel. And the vessel is being fulfilled with all the energy that's needed. So there's no klipot, no place for klipot. It's a very special night, as I read it for you. Yeah. So let's go a little bit to a few things about Passover itself, general idea. So the Passover starts, of course, with the prayer of the Arvit, the Hallel, the happiness, the dancing. You cannot walk into Passover with whatever you do during the week. Those of you who are into electronic, take your phone, take your watch, whatever electronic, leave them in the house. Don't go with that. Stay disconnect from everything. You want to connect to that energy, and that energy is not going to last for too long, so you need yourself to be concentrated. When the prayer begin, try to make sure your body jump a little bit so you get more excited. Very important to remember that. And after that, we're walking in, and we have 4 glasses to drink. Why 4 glasses? Corresponding to the 4 geulot, for redemption. והבאתי והצלתי ויעלתי. So it's a 4 category of redemption. And then after that, wine, when you're standing up and and you do the blessing over the wine, it's a very important part, because you need to know every stages has to do where you are in life. According to Rabbi Isaac Luria and Rabbi Chaim Vital, of course, there is many stages. There is when you are ubar, when you are a fetus, you're not born yet, when you are born, the first minutes of birth, and then breastfeeding. There is 3 levels of where you are. Now, of course, if you're not born yet, that's when you cannot affect the world, and you don't need to tell your mommy to feed you, because you're inside their belly, getting food, getting everything you need. When you're born, the baby cried. That's how you know the baby is healthy. So the first minutes of the baby being born, baby cried. That means the baby is healthy, okay? But there's no, can do nothing. I mean, you just receive. Then start the breastfeeding, it start to do something on his own, because he sucked the milk on his own, she or he, and there's things that they function, not just to the mother womb, they function differently. So that's the 3rd stage. Within the 3rd stage, there is different levels. It's called mochin, livelihood. Those mochin are basically divided to 4 levels. Smallness A, greatness A, smallness B, greatness B. Smallness A is related to a child from the age of 0 till 5. Greatness A related to a child between 5 to 13. Smallness B is from 13 to 20. And greatness B is from 20 and above. Why do we need to remember that? Well, the Agadah, or the night of Passover, it's not happening in the regular way of evolution. Everything is spirituality. Everything in life has to go under the circumstance of evolution or development. Nothing is start with the idea of perfect. You have to develop. You want to develop yourself spiritually, take time. You want to develop a business, take time. You want to develop, advertise yourself, take time. All of this take time, because it's all have to do with the energy of evolution. There is people, by the way, that with them, they not connect to evolution. They think, they say, they want it right away. There's people like that, that once they think, it's already been manifest. We call them manifesto. They think, they do, it's happening. But normal condition, there's procedure, there's evolution, there's development of things. Why doing Passover, those of you know the deeper meaning of the kavanot, of the meditation, we don't start according to the regular way. Normally, we're supposed to start with Katnut Aleph, which means smallness A, age 0 to 5. We don't. What is exactly going on? Why we don't go by order? And the whole night, it's called the night Seder of the order. The reason for that is that when we want to get out of Egypt, facing Pharaoh, this is happening every year. You maybe don't live in Egypt, or we live in LA. Is LA like Egypt? Far away from being like Egypt. Not because we don't have pyramid. Nobody's working here. At least that's how it looked like. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how it looked like. Maybe that's a slavery. I never thought about that. So to get out of your own Egypt, to get out of your own Pharaoh, to get out of your own klipot and negativity and the chaos and the anger, you can go out when you're 0 to 5 and fight Pharaoh. So God is teaching us a lesson. So listen, what if you're born 21 and then do your fight and then go back to your mother womb and born again? That's what Passover is about. As you start the blessing over the wine, the meditation there is a different type of gadlut, which means greatness, that you are receiving. You don't have gadlut A. You don't have smallness A at all. You don't. You don't start with that. You skip that. You keep it for the karpas. You don't do it. It seemed like weird. You start from 21 years old instead of starting from 0 years old. Now, I'll tell you another thing. The wine giving you those 4 categories of energy from Ima, from Bina, where the matzah giving you the energy, the same thing from Chokhmah, from Abba, from the Father. Those are the 2 categories. So you have 4 categories, okay? 4 categories that go in and coming from different places. Coming from different places. Just think about it, how powerful, how beautiful it is. So the whole Agadah, that we're going to read is going by stages. So when you do the wine, it's a different thing that's going on. I'm not going to share the whole meditation with everybody who's coming here. I mean, everybody has to be with me, one soul, and you benefit from it. While you're quiet, you talk, you lose. You talk, you lose. I'm telling you again, don't talk. No matter what you do, just don't talk. And you can challenge me on that. You don't talk, and you will see what type of ear you're going to have. And tell it to all your friends. Just don't talk. Don't talk. You can talk with your It's okay. It's enough. Don't worry. Now, after we do the wine, we're receiving now the energy that we need from Ima, from Bina. Then we have Rachza, then we have Karpas. In Karpas, you start to receive the Katnut Aleph. You start to receive the smallness A, that we couldn't get it before. And for that reason, the kids standing up, if there is kids around, and they start saying, what is the difference about this night than any other night? Why the kids have to sing it? Why the kids have to ask all the question? Great answer. Because the kids are representing the Katnut. The kids are representing the smallness. So the smallness has the greatness. What's the difference about this night? That's how beautiful it is. So this night has within it everything. If you do it right, you fix every problem you ever had, and any problem that might happen this year is been canceled. That's how powerful it is. I don't need to mention about baror. I think you know it's a bitter herbs, and I like to choose the baror myself. So I usually go and get the vegetables myself. I try it, test it to make sure it's the tough one. And whoever did it with me 2 years ago here, we did it together with 60 people. This year we only have 35, so thank God it's safe. And it was tough 2 years ago. It was tough. It was tough. Very tough. I just want to read just one section from the Ari, that I let you go. If people have questions, this would be time to start writing it to Debbie, and I will answer it. So I'm reading from the section of Gate of Meditation by Rabbi Isaac Luria. ונמצא, and we found, קניין גאולת גלות מצרים היה על ידי נס גדול מאוד. The miracle that happened on Passover is one of the greatest miracles ever. What was the miracle? כי עם מצרים ופרעה היו כל כך אחוזים משה בלינק בן הדעת עליון, שגם לא זוזם פרסודי בו. It tells us, why do we have to start, as I said, with Gadlut, with greatness B? Why? Why? Because the Pharaoh, the word Pharaoh, is the same words in Hebrew to Aoref, the neck, the back of the neck. Mitzrayim means tsar means narrow. So the narrow part of your body is in the neck. So they were holding the neck, which is in Kabbalah the Da'at, and they were controlling the Israelite not to get nothing. So Zer Anpin, which is us, went back to his mom. And then the Matzil, the emanator, והאוסך המציל לא לחזור להוליד את הזר אנפין. זר אנפין has to be born, Israel has to be born. ולהגדילו בתכלית האחרונה של ההגדלה. But the way he will be born greatness. Greatness be, so כדי שיתבטל לניקת החיצוניים שם, so he can deal with החיצוניים, he can deal with external, he can deal with Pharaoh, מחמת תוקף האור הגדול ההוא, because the light that force will be revealed, it's so great that no negativity can get closer to you, but again, and for that reason, they get out of their exile. Think about it. How does your life look like without your problem? Forget about your success for a second. Forget about it. How does your life look like if you have no problem? Forget about your income. How does your life look like without expenses? No problem at all. No free of problem. That's what the Creator want to do for us this Passover. And we are in the end of the COVID. So let's take this ride, not just to remove disease from the world, because that's what we're dealing with every thing and every day, is to remove the hatred that based on stupidity. There is a hatred that based on intellectual, like when the time of the Nazi, the hatred was based on intellectual. It was stupid, but it was based on smart, and stuff like that. And then there is hatred that based on lack of education. And that hatred, unfortunately, controls the world right now. There is not a lot of group of people who say what they stand for. Most of the groups talk about what they don't stand for. What they and me stand for, if you really want to know, is to help every person to reach their potential, and every person who don't have education or money or food or something, we want to help, regardless if they like us or if they don't. I think I told you on Friday, I met a person, I didn't see him for years, and used to be a very good friend of mine, very good friend of mine. And I used to mentor him and help him with whatever he need. And because I left the group that he's belonging to, so I was thinking maybe you need help, maybe you need support, maybe you need money help, food help, why not? So I thought it's a good thing to approach him and said, hi, how are you? Remember me? And the person gave me the look, he disappeared from there. Then I start thinking to myself, this person belonged to some spiritual group I used to be belonged to, and even cannot get excited about somebody approach you and say, hey, you need help with buying the matzah, the wine, and all this. He was angry, he gone. So I'm thinking the foundation of his teaching is wrong, because it's not, you can say you're spiritual, you can study spirituality even, but in the foundation, the fundamental part of spirituality is to be kind, even if you're not in a good mood. I don't care if you like me or you don't like me. You say hello to me, I say hello to you. You're nice to me, I want to be nice to you. That's the way things are. You cannot just have slogan, I study Kabbalah, slogan, I study spirituality, slogan, look at me, I have yarmulke. This is all slogan, this is not spirituality. And push come to shove, that's a test. Okay, now let me answer some questions.
We have two questions. One is, how important is the second night, and is everything to be done the same again?
Depends for who. Depends for who. If it's for the second night, it's very important. It's the same value as the first, exactly the same. And it all depends on the people. If you live in Israel, you don't have to have a second night. If you live in the United States, you must. I'm a small little guy here in LA. I didn't write those laws. You just go and look for the laws. Can you do a loophole to that rules? You can't. Even if Israeli come to LA, does he need to keep 2 days? He doesn't have to. He can keep 1 day, but he has to hide it. So that's when it's serious. When you're getting in the second night you're getting the first night you're getting most of the energy, and the second night you're sealing the energy. In Israel, you don't have to seal because it's protected. But in here, you have to have it. You have to have it. And you have to come to Minyan to pray for the men every morning. Every morning. You can, if you want to do it right, just follow me. If you believe I'm doing it right, if you listen to my lecture, just follow me. Why am I good for the lecture, but I'm not good for the pray? Whatever Eliyahu is doing, I want to do it. Very simple. Is it so hard? Eliyahu, what are you doing? Praying. I'm praying. Eliyahu, what are you doing? This, I'm doing. Follow me. It's such an easy thing. Follow somebody who's doing it according to Dari, and you do it right. If you're born a man, if you call yourself a man, and you wake up in the morning early to pray, by hook or by crook, you're waking up. There's no cheating in that area. Because man is Zeir Anpin. Zeir Anpin has to bring the light from Shamayim, from above. That's your job. And woman is receiving it, the man is connecting us. So be a man. Wake up early. Fight for your life. Yes.
With our connection on the night of the Seder, can we affect our friends and family as well who are not there and not connecting?
Can you affect? You always can affect with the mind, with the thought. You can affect them. Can you affect? The answer, yes, you can affect. Will it better that it would be in person? Yes. If they would be in person, then they benefit way more. And if they be next to a person who know what they're doing in Kabbalah and like us, then of course, because there is many people who claim they know what they're doing according to Kabbalah. They have no idea what they do. No idea. It's so sad. Claiming, oh, our matzah, we have a matzah, we just created a matzah. No, no. And I checked all those matzot in the market. Okay, and I'm not have the time to tell you what to buy and how to buy. I'm not going to do it now. I'm just only going to tell you the matzah this year are very expensive. Just to let you know, very, very expensive. But and I'm happy it's expensive because I want to make sure that people who make matzah have some money because they need money. It was a tough year for everybody. So in a way, it's good. Any more question? My friend, you have a happy holiday. Enjoy the Chag. Enjoy everything. Be happy. And remember what we are all about. We're all about helping everybody, include our enemy. Because if you help the enemy enough time, they will become lovely and they will become nice. We can't solve it any other way. I don't see any other way to solve it. But if somebody treats you as the enemy, not nice, doesn't mean you keep asking them, how can I help you? Because they don't want to. The vessel is closed. Stay away. But we have to cry for them because they have been captured by I don't know what, whatever they call Kabbalah or spirituality or all this name, slogan. The behavior at the end of it is the Zohar said how you behave, how you talk. So we cannot follow people who call themselves like we are spreading the Kabbalah in a modern way. Kabbalah is not modern. It's old, very old. It's 4,000 years old. You want to spread it in a modern way, Rabbi Shimon has to come down and say, let me look at your modern way. No good, out. If Rabbi Shimon talked to that person, then it's okay, then I'm okay with it. I didn't hear about it. Then he came down to talk to anybody. So people cannot come up with their mind about how to spread the knowledge of Kabbalah or the Zohar without the Ari and the Zohar agree to it. And they write easy to understand for every human being, very easy, how to do it. I like to do it how the Ari said to do it, how Rabbi Chaim Vital said to do it. I want to follow how Rabbi Shimon did it. I don't want to come up with new idea. I don't want to. Why? Why should I come up with a new idea when it's written how to do it? I want to follow that. He said, keep 2 days in the year. I said, we keep 2 days. I follow a teacher. I follow Rabbi Shimon. I follow Rav Ashlag. I follow a teacher. I'm not going to follow a teacher that come up with an idea how to love the neighbor as thyself. And in the same verse, and say, it's only among us, you should hate everybody else. I don't like those types of teachers around me. I don't like it. But those of you still into the idol worshiping should. You see how much this dark force try to disturb us. Even now, you don't know what just happened now. A picture flew on the wire. Never happened before. Flew. So now some of you say, maybe what I'm saying is wrong. Or maybe what I'm saying is right. I love when you go into your doubts. You know what I love? Because when you go into your doubts, I can get rid of you people. I like to stay only with the one who have certainty to walk with me. I don't want people to surround me who have doubts about me. Out of my life. Go away. If you don't believe in me, just get out. Goodbye. I rather stay with one person who believes in me than stay with 1,000 people who, I'm not sure. I don't need that. Those people create more chaos than the one. I want one person good. Sweet. I'm waiting for another picture to fly. Because the dark lord of the idol worship people try to scare us. Remember, once you leave a slogan organization, those negativity coming after you. They're not going to leave you alone because they like your connection. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And you want to know what to do? Just follow us. You can text Debbie, is Eliyahu praying today? Yes, I'm praying too. Where is he? Well, that's where I am. Make your life so simple, so easy. That's it. No, you don't need to make a big deal of anything. Nothing is a big deal. In the end of the day, it's all about being together, loving each other, helping our people, look for our enemy, and see, can we help our enemy? Can we help our enemy? The people who don't like us. Maybe they need matzah. And if those of you want to help more enemy, reach out to me and Debbie. I'm going to start sending you on a mission to the enemy. And when I say enemy, it doesn't mean we hate them. Enemy mean people who don't like us. People who, when we go to buy matzah, they give us the look at us in a weird way. Just come with me one time. When I go shopping, maybe I go Tuesday, Wednesday. Every time there's few students who come with me to do it, they want to watch how I do it. So if you want to help, join, donate, always can come with me. And I will show you around. And we might see those people. And you will see what's happening. And we might buy wine for them and matzah and help them. That's really what it's all about. Look for the people who don't like you. Can I help them? Can I help them? And anybody who want to help with donation before Passover, so we can feed different family who are in need, of course, can do that. But please let Debbie to know ahead of time. Thank you. I love you. Happy Passover.